What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. Hello and welcome, one and all. We're going to dive into Monday Night Raw from October the 20th, 2025. A pretty okay show for the most part. The Vision explained why they attacked Seth Rollins, which is good. That makes sense. Jey Uso is going to be facing CM Punk at Saturday night's main event. So that's fine there. So, all in all, the show was okay. Let's just go ahead and get into the show. So, we kick the show off with Adam Pearce. He comes out and he gets on the mic. And he basically says that Seth Rollins no longer can compete. He's injured. He's getting rotator cuff surgery. He said that it's been a success. And he said that Seth Rollins is going to be on the show for a long time. I looked up how long the rotator cuff recovery time is. It's about 4 to 6 months. So Seth Rollins could very well make it back by Mania 42. But we'll have to wait and see how he holds up. So, basically, Adam Pearce then strips Seth Rollins of the World Heavyweight Championship. So, basically, Braun Breaker and the rest of the division, they're in the ring. So, Adam Pearce wants Braun Breaker to turn in the title. Braun says, what if he doesn't? Then he gives the mic to Paul Heyman. No, Braun hands it to Paul Heyman, and then Adam Pearce gets the title and then leaves. So Paul Heyman, he gets on the mic, and he says that Paul Heyman says that they're the bad guys, that they're the heels. So Paul Heyman says the reason why he turned on Seth Rollins was because the move he pulled at WrestleMania was because Braun Breaker is the future of WrestleMania. Paul Heyman pulled those moves at WrestleMania because deep in his heart, he always knew that Bronson Reed was better than Roman Reigns, which is not true. Then he puts over Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So he says that Seth Rollins couldn't point to the future with his one good arms. Rollins couldn't shoulder hold the responsibility. Rollins couldn't shoulder the responsibility of leading the division into the future, not with his bitch bum shoulder. Seth Rollins isn't a revolutionary or visionary. He's not the workhorse of the Shield or the leader of the Vision. Seth Rollins is a bum shoulder bitch. So, basically, Paul Heyman continues on by saying that Seth Rollins isn't going to main event WrestleMania. That spot has been taken by Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker conspired to take it away from Seth Rollins. They had the ambition, need, and intensity to become WrestleMania main eventers. Yes, in Yes, in Braun Breaker. No, in Bronson Reed. That's a revision of the future, and then that was it. So, pretty cool stuff there. I do like this. This does make sense as to why it all went down. They're probably going to slowly turn Seth Rollins babyface. They're basically going to have to. I think what they should do is not turn Rollins fully face. They should just make him a tweener when he comes back. Clearly, we know that CM Punk is going to win at Saturday Night's Main Event in 2 weeks' time. So why would CM Punk lose to Jey Uso? So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, way to start the show off. Moving on. Maxine Dupree, she's walking backstage with Otis and Akira Tozawa. So then, this leads us into the first match. No, my bad. We get some Judgment Day stuff, basically. So, Finn Balor and JD McDonough, they're talking to Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. So, Dirty Dom, he shows up. Balor is upset that he went to Adam Pearce and got them into this title match. Dom says that he was the only one, he was only saying he's the only one defending his title lately. So, Dom asks if they can't handle AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Dom's already beaten them both. Finn Balor says they can take care of them, but they can't help him in his match. And then they walk off, and then Roxanne Perez tells Dom not to worry about it. And then Raquel tells Roxanne to stay focused. All right, whatever. This leads us into the first match of the night. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeat Finn Balor and JD McDonough to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions, which is good. This is a really good match here. AJ Styles got the win via the Styles Clash 1, 2, 3, which was great. He hit the phenomenal forearm towards the end of the match, too. I thought that was going to be the finish, but it wasn't. JD McDonough broke that up. But this is good. Great stuff here. Love it. Hopefully this Judgment Day bullshit ends. It needs to. It's time for it. Dominic does not need the Judgment Day anymore. Like, he's better than that entire faction. And I love me some Finn Balor. He's okay. And JD McDonough, he's all right, too. But he's just somebody who I think will be better off on, like, a TNA or whatever. Or being sent back down to NXT for a while. I don't know. But, yeah, it is what it is. But this is great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Moving on. So Jimmy Uso is in the locker room when Jey walks in. Jimmy sarcastically asks if he should acknowledge him. Jey says he's not mad at Jimmy. He's mad at himself for making the same mistake he made in Paris. Jimmy reminds Jey that Roman Reigns isn't here and he's not in the Battle Royal. They are. Jey says he didn't lose his title because he was looking out for others. He lost the World Heavyweight Championship because he stopped believing in himself. Jey says Jimmy may be right, but Roman might be right as well. Jimmy says they'll figure it out in the Battle Royal tonight. And they'll go harder on everyone. Pause, including his brother. Jey says he's fine with that. And he asks Jimmy if they're good, and then Jimmy says yeet. So whatever, that's fine there. Moving on, this leads us into Dirty Dominic Mysterio defeating Rusev to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Good match here. Dom won via the hammer. He put it in his boot. Rusev was about to use the hammer. Referee took it away from him. This allowed for Dom to do a low blow, followed up by 619 into the Frog Splash for the 1, 2, 3. And Dominic still remains double champ. So good stuff. I do like this. Dom being a heel. Heel Dom kicks major fucking ass. He's great. He does not need Judgment Day by his side at all. He just doesn't need them. And I wish that they would break up the Judgment Day faction. Like, Judgment Day is a shitty-ass faction. Just really, really shitty. So it is what it is. Then Rusev, he's pissed off post-match. And then Penta takes out Rusev with a springboard DDT. And then Dom watches from the stage. This will probably set up a triple threat match at Saturday Night's Main Event. It'll probably be Dom, Rusev and Penta. So that's probably where they're going to go with this. But I do like this. Dom is great. He's phenomenal. Good stuff there. Moving on. This leads us into Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, for whatever reason, hit Maxine Dupree in the back with the Women's Intercontinental Championship for whatever reason. So Maxine wins the match via DQ. Becky obviously retains the title. It's stupid. I don't know why they did this. It's pathetic that Becky could not beat Maxine Dupree clean. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, Creative, a.k.a. Triple H, wants to push Maxine Dupree. She's done getting pushed. She's probably going to be better off in NXT. So it is what it is. Post-match, Becky attacked Maxine Dupree some more, beat her down. And so that's fine there, I guess. Whatever. Moving on. This leads us into the Kabuki Warriors. They have a video package. So Asuka says that Rhea got exactly what she deserved. Asuka wants Rhea to remember that she ruined her home trip. Kairi claps for her, that being Asuka. Asuka says that they broke Io Sky's spirit before breaking Rhea's face. Kairi Sane says that Rhea tore their family apart, so she has to pay. Asuka yells at Kairi Sane before backing off. Last week, Kairi Sane showed Asuka exactly what she wanted, and that was the fact that she was ruthless, which is how they need to be to take care of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Asuka says that they need a new challenge. They need to go around their waist. This is a warning to the entire tag team division. The Kabuki Warriors are back. What the hell is this shit? What? I mean, I get it, but why though? Like, what the hell? What is this bullshit here? There is no tag team division. There is no tag division. There is no fucking tag division. What the hell? You don't have any real legit tag team outside of Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. That's it. I don't know. Why would they do this? Why would they even say this shit? Come on, Triple H. Do better, bro. Do better, bro. Come on, man. Moving on. So, Adam Pearce is backstage. He opens the door for Paul Heyman. Adam Pearce said he's been waiting for Paul Heyman for 45 minutes. Adam Pearce says that he had to make a graphic change. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are no longer added in the Battle Royal. So Paul Heyman's not pleased. Adam Pearce asked if they'd like to put him back in. Paul Heyman says he would. Then Adam Pearce aggressively says, "Say please." Paul Heyman grovels and begs for them to be put back in the Battle Royal. My bad. Adam Pearce says that wasn't so hard. Heyman says that it wasn't, and it was a pleasure doing business with him. And Adam Pearce says that they're still out of the Battle Royal, and then slams the door in Paul Heyman's face, which is kind of funny. Cool there. So this leads us into Becky Lynch. So Paul Heyman sarcastically says, this day is getting better and better. So Becky Lynch shows up. So Paul Heyman says hi. So Becky Lynch approaches him and gets him against the wall. Pause. Paul Heyman says he had no choice. The Bronze conspired against Seth Rollins because of his injured shoulder. Paul Heyman got between her, got in between her husband and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Paul Heyman put himself in physical jeopardy until he had no choice. Paul Heyman says he had to survive last week. Unfortunately, Becky's husband didn't. Paul Heyman says that he's sorry about that. And there is a vision that includes Becky Lynch. It's a win-win for her. She could have a hot husband at home and an adorable Oracle on the road. So Becky Lynch calls Paul Heyman a penguin-faced prick. He's a his snake oil salesman techniques won't work on her. Seth Rollins used Paul Heyman. When he comes back, Seth Rollins won't hurt Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is nothing to him. Paul Heyman will be nothing without him. And all the people who Heyman loves in this business, whatever Nepo baby he's attached to him, Seth Rollins will kill them. Good shit there. So I do like this. This is great. Excellent stuff here. Excellent. So this means that Rollins is going to be an aggressive babyface. It seems like he's going to be a tweener. That's what it seems like to me, because he needs to be. Because what was weird at WrestleMania 41 was the dumb triple threat match. Like, what was Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk fighting for? Nothing. Nothing was on the line, right? Seth Rollins never needed Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman never needed to be attached to Seth Rollins. It was dumb from the start. So, I get it. It makes perfect sense. So, good shit there. Moving on, Stephanie Vaquer defeats Roxanne Perez. So, it is what it is. Whatever. We've seen this match before. So, Stephanie Vaquer wins via the Angel's Wings, which look really badass. So, post-match, the Judgment Day, they attack Stephanie Vaquer, and then Nikki Bella comes out to make the save. So, apparently, this is going to set up a tag team match, probably at Saturday night's main event. Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. That's okay. So there is that. Moving on. So Adam Pearce, he is backstage talking to Lyra Valkyria, but Bayley interrupts them. Bayley is excited about their tag team win last week. Bayley talks over Lyra and says she has a surprise for Lyra. Lyra wants to know what's going to happen, but Bayley wants to keep it as a surprise. Whatever. I don't give a shit about this at all. Moving on. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they're conspiring against Adam Pearce. So Paul Heyman walks in. Braun Breaker says when they got here tonight, they had the World Heavyweight Championship. Now they're not even in the Battle Royal. Paul Heyman says in 2002, there was a rookie who listened to him, and 5 months later, he beat The Rock for the WWE Championship. There was a Best in the World Rebel in 2012 who was such a pain in the ass backstage that they were going to throw him out after 100 days. Instead, he listened to him, and Paul Heyman, and he got 434 days out of his title reign. Talking about Brock Lesnar in 2002, CM Punk in 2012. Roman Reigns listened to him and became the tribal chief. No one remembers the big dog. People will remember Roman's title reign. It's not just about who they can slaughter. It's about the backstage politics and maneuvering. That's the vision of WWE. And then Paul Heyman walks off. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed say they have a lot to learn and a lot of people to hurt. So good shit there. Great stuff there. Good stuff. Moving on, this leads us into another backstage segment. So Stephanie Vaquer, she's walking backstage with Nikki Bella. So Stephanie Vaquer says they will never beat her, and she couldn't take it. Nikki says that she couldn't let her get attacked and not help since they become friends. Stephanie Vaquer has taken a target on her back. Nikki tells Stephanie Vaquer to be cautious because anyone can take her out. Stephanie Vaquer says she owes Nikki Bella one. And Nikki Bella says she just made two new... Nikki Bella says that she just made 2 new enemies, so she'll need a partner. And Stephanie Vaquer agrees, and then the two of them, they embrace. Okay, that's fine there. Moving on. Main event of the evening. Jey Uso wins the my bad. He wins the Battle Royal. He's now the new number one contender. The Battle Royal consisted of the Usos, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee. A guy named Americana, Penta, Finn Balor, Jenny McDonough, Dirty Dom, the War Raiders, or the Viking Raiders, Grayson Waller, Kofi Kingston, Rusev, and LA Knight. Whatever, this is fine. Jey Uso winning. We don't need to see Jey Uso versus CM Punk. Really? Why couldn't it have been LA Knight? Like, come on. LA Knight has been fucked over so many damn times. Look, it's over for LA Knight. LA Knight is done. He's done. At this point, it would be better for LA Knight just to go back to NXT, and hopefully Shawn Michaels can find him something to do down there for a while. Because on the main roster, he's been fucked over for a while. I don't get it. Triple H doesn't give a fuck about LA Knight at all. But Jey Uso winning, it makes sense. So the final four came down to the Usos, Dirty Dom, and LA Knight. So Dom, he went for a drop kick, and he was gonna go for a 619, and then Jey Uso hit a back body drop, and that's how he won. He was able to throw Dom over the top rope to win. I would have loved for it to be Dom versus CM Punk. That would have been tremendous. I would have loved if it would have been Dominic Mysterio or LA Knight to win. But it is what it is. Clearly, they're still pushing Jey Uso. There's nothing that can be done about that. The kids love him. Obviously, people in backstage in WWE, they love him as well. So he's not going anywhere. I don't know what they're going to do when he loses to CM Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event in 2 weeks. I have no idea what's going to come of that. But we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Clearly, CM Punk is going to win. Why wouldn't he? So, yeah. But Raw was okay. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee becoming new WWE Tag Team Champions is cool. Jey Uso winning the Battle Royal was not what I wanted. I'd much rather have LA Knight win or Dominic Mysterio win. I think that would have been fine. Either of those two guys winning would have been fine. But it is what it is, so whatever. And the rest of the show was kind of, so-so. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.